Hello, I'm Kay Moore, and I'm in the over 65 age group, and I'm from Texas. The sound of the garage door opening and closing would waken me. It was still dark outside, and my first thought was, why would someone be leaving the house so early in the morning? And then I remembered it was election day in my community, and my mother never missed the opportunity to be an election worker. Often she was the person who opened and closed a particular polling place. The importance of the vote was modeled before me at a very early age. She and my dad spent many years as precinct chairs in their town. I would go with them on occasion to canvass voters before an election. One year, she did more than just canvass. She chaired the campaign of a high-profile female individual in our community that broke a gender barrier by being elected to the town's most important office. When my husband and I married and lived in another city, we would arrive home, and after a prolonged absence, we would find that my parents had left a note on the door saying, "Gone to a political rally, be back soon." The vote was important. It made a difference, and they devoted themselves tirelessly to be sure that everyone that they knew cast their ballots. Recently, my husband and I took instruction on how to register voters. My husband is a member of a minority group. He is an elder in a Native American tribe, and it is one of his personal goals is to see all people represented in government and at the ballot box. We had the opportunity to register voters outside the Granville Center during the MLK Junior Day activities in our town. I remember the absolute delight in the eyes of several young people at being approached and having someone personally ask them to become a registered voter. We didn't have anyone refuse. They all seemed delighted to feel like that they could have an impact on the next election. But the most up-close and personal experience that we had with the ballot was the year that my husband himself ran for political office. One of the best experiences of my life was going door to door, meeting people, hearing their concerns, watching their faces brighten when they realized that the actual candidate was talking to them and they could have their say. Several started the conversations by saying, "Well, I usually don't vote, but..." Again, the personal connection seemed to impress upon them that their vote truly did matter. In recent elections, we've all seen the need hit home as races have been decided again and again by a handful of voters. Every vote does matter. I have no room for complaint if I didn't take the time to vote my convictions. It was a tremendous honor to go to the ballot box and to drive all the way across downtown Dallas to deposit my ballot in person in early voting and see the lines of determined people in front of me and behind who were making that same choice. That was a true honor. I never want to take the right to vote for granted, a privilege that was impressed upon me and will continue to be from cradle to the grave.